Olivia.
It's Eric.
And Lulu.
Lulu is back in the studio with us again today.
She probably won't stay very long. She's getting very restless. But she needed to show off. Yeah. And rub her face on the mic.
Definitely enjoying that.
Yeah. So we wanted to come on and have a chat because we've had a lot of people reach out to us, and not necessarily directly, but indirectly as well. But people always ask, hey, tell me about after hours events.
Disney after hours events.
Are they worth it?
And yes, they are. But there's some things you need to know about them.
Correct. What's your tip?
My tip is buy early.
Always.
They will sell out. Almost all events sell out at some point. So if you want to, and you want to actually go to the event, make sure that you plan ahead and purchase the ticket.
We normally make our plan around, because if, let's say, like we want the Tuesday event, but Tuesday's sold out, we'll book the Friday instead, or, you know, vice versa, whatever's available. So we kind of, if we know that event's going to be happening, we'll kind of make our hotel reservations, and then we'll make the adjustments based on what's available.
That's the other thing, is hotels book fast around the events.
Yeah, especially once they announce like the actual dates that they're happening. Yeah, it's always better to have that planned ahead if you can.
And preferably, I like to stay, if we're paying for it, I like to stay mid, because deluxe is a little bit more expensive. It goes higher during those times.
Yes.
And value is just overcrowded at those times.
AKA, we love staying in the Coronado.
Coronado.
I can't necessarily say we love to stay at the Coronado. We always end up at the Coronado, but I'm not mad at it.
A lot of space, a lot of availability.
Yeah, and the buses are a little like, because there's so many stops at that resort, but still, look at you being pretty.
And I mean, you really have two main locations that you're going to be focused on with the events in Magic Kingdom.
True.
And in Hollywood Studios. Those are usually the two for the Disney parks in Florida. Yeah,
for Disney World parks. I will say that typically you can get into the after hours event, like the event will start at 7, you can get in at 4. Don't quote me on that because that can always change. If the event starts at 9, you can get in at like 6 or 7, something like that. They let you in a couple hours prior. Do you recommend going into the park ahead of time and getting a ticket for that day, or do you skip the park that day and just go to the event?
It's a great question. It really depends. Am I there for a day? Am I there for 5 days? Am I focused just for that event?
Let's say you're going for like a 2-day.
For a 2-day? Usually I'll take another park earlier that day. I'll do one of the parks that you could do in a half day. Animal Kingdom or Hollywood Studios. And kind of knock out 2 parks. Specifically if you've bought 2-day passes. If you've only got 1-day pass, I skip the park. I use the event pass as the actual day, and maybe I'd rest for the morning if I had a flight or something like that, and just kind of burn the afternoon, get a nice dinner, and then hit the parks for the entire time that you're there.
So that's how I personally, that's my recommendation, is if you have, let's say the event is on a Tuesday, you fly in on Sunday, Monday go to a different park, Tuesday take the day off, like go hang out in your hotels and the resorts that you're at, you're paying to be there, and they have so many different activities and things to do between the pools. A lot of times they'll have trivia, they'll have movie, like, I mean, obviously at night, but you're not going to be there at night, but take advantage of some of those things that are already included with your resort that most people just skip. I mean, there's games, there's coloring things. Some of the hotels even have like craft days. Like, there's all sorts of stuff to do. So that even, you know, kind of on a rainy day or something, you know, if you're not ready to jump over to the park because you want to wait for
the event to start.
The event to start, or the rain to stop, or whatever it is. Go check out your hotel lobby and see what's going on. Or on your app, sometimes it'll show you what's going on there, because there's so much to do sometimes at those resorts that most people skip.
And I would say that's not only the Disney resorts, that's a lot of the good neighbor resorts as well.
If you're at Disneyland or even Disney World, there's lots of other activities and things that you could be doing. So speaking of like Disneyland, so this year they're doing Oogie Boogie, again, which is fantastic.
I love Oogie Boogie.
So when you go to a Halloween party, let's say, or Jollywood, do you still go to the park that day? Or do you stay in the hotel, keep it a low-key day, get your costume or whatever like fancy wear you're wearing for the day, and then go?
Yeah, I'd probably do the latter. I would stay in
Same
for the half day, make sure, because there's just something about like when you're walking around, you can't wear the costume all day long. For one,
and you don't want to. It's so
that's just not something they'll allow you to do.
No.
However, if you did take the half day and you go in at the time that you're allowed to, you can wear your costume from the allowed time of the park ticket entry or the ticket event entry, and that's fine. That way you're not getting your costume nasty, you're not sweating all day, you're not doing a change at the park, which is always
that's
annoying
so awkward.
to do.
Yeah, because the bathrooms are great, but also people have been in there all day, and if it rained or if it's gross and people have been on water rides or something, it's you don't want your costume getting ruined.
And also some of our costumes are a little bit more elaborate.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And to carry that with us, or even putting in a locker for the entire day, it would be a lot.
Yeah, I like the idea of going in after, like when the event starts, or even a half hour after, because then you get the rush of people, because people line up. Like, it is sometimes ridiculous how many people are lined up waiting to get in just to this event. So, depending on, when the bus gets us there.
And that's when we differ.
Yes.
I am all about first in, like as they're starting to give you the bands. I want to be one of the first people with the bands.
I don't like the crowd, and it's not worth the stress of trying to get there in time for it. But I like going in when we're allowed to, because then again, if I'm able to rest all day, we've paid for that event. We are there until midnight, till 1 a.m., till 2 a.m., depending on what the party
Whatever
is.
the event says. Whatever
the event says, we are closing that park down. So if you have been at the park all day, I mean, your feet and your body is like done by 5:30, 6 o'clock, and you're like, okay, everyone's hangry. Let's go sit down and eat some dinner. And then you sit down to eat dinner, and you just you're ready to fall asleep. And then your event, if you're going to the event, it's just not as much fun, because you're like, okay, if you're at Disney World, I'm just going to ride the People Mover 20 times. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
Hey.
You do you. I ain't mad at that.
That is a trial of passage.
A trial of passage?
Yes. You can get 20 times on the People Mover.
I don't know. Anyway, but that's being refreshed and having fresh legs, as it were, and fresh feet to go and enjoy the park. I think is you're spending the extra money, or you're spending the money for that ticket. You might as well enjoy it and get everything you can out of that event. That's why you're going.
But the counterpoint to that is, what if you have an annual pass, or, and you're there for only a couple days, you want to take advantage of your pass, see,
the way I feel, if I have an annual pass, I've already been a few times, I would hope, I'm going to go, maybe you go first thing in the morning and then go back in the afternoon and take a nap. Whatever you do, take a rest.
That's where I was going to go with it. Is if you do want to go and still enjoy the park and maybe get pictures during the day.
Yeah, and I think that's where your half day thing came in, going to Animal Kingdom or going to Hollywood Studios, because you can do those parks as of right now in a half day.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah, once they start adding in the other 3 lands to them,
but also,
game on.
You are a morning person. Let's get up and get going. I am not.
Yeah, I'll be 4 hours in if it was my choice.
He's like, I've ridden all the rides. What do you want to do? And I'm like, let's start with coffee and a Mickey pretzel. Let's do this. First things first. But anyway, so those are our recommendations. I know they're not necessarily. It really depends. It depends on how.
But that's also Halloween. What about
even Christmas, even Jollywood? I'm not going to the park in my fancy clothes. That's just not happening, because that's not comfortable. For me, it's not.
There are some people that live off of that.
That's true, and good for them. And I 100%, I'm not that person.
No, she's not.
I'm not that person. I'm not super girly, so when I do get girly and I do get fancy, I get fancy.
It's an event.
And then we get back to the hotel and it's all off. Done. It's not happening. But as far as the Mickey's Christmas party, you know, when you're going to go get cider and cocoa and cookies, hashtag amazeballs.
Individually wrapped cookies, everyone.
Yes.
They fit in your pocket.
You can take them with you, so don't pass up on the cookies. Side note, that red velvet cookie last year.
Yes. So good.
So delicious.
So good.
And I'm not a cider fan, like an apple cider fan. I'm normally like a hot cocoa person. And I don't know what it was, but the apple cider there turned me. I'm like, cider's delicious. Or maybe I'm old now. I don't know what the thing
She's
is.
old. She's getting old, everyone.
Ah, nuts. Ah, nuts.
I, however, am a cider and cocoa person, and I will drink that on a hot day.
He's like, no matter where the stop is, he's like, I'm going in here for a cider. And I'm like, no, I'm getting cookies and, cookies and cider. Let's just go. And I'm like, anyway. But yes, it's very nice. We normally try to do those Christmas parties or those holiday parties, or not we try to. It ends up being that we do them right before we go on a cruise. And so we take all the cookies that we have onto the cruise ship with us, so we have snacks in our room.
Even though the cookies are also free on the cruise ship.
Yes. But they're not red velvet, they're not snickerdoodle.
They're not individually
wrapped and conveniently located in my stateroom. I have to call down or go to the buffet for that. Nah.
So that's Halloween,
Mm-hmm.
and that's Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
What about the after hours moonlight events? You've got H2O Glow. You have DVC events at night. You have the moonlight events.
So,
what's your take on those versus the holiday ones?
For those, because typically those are in the summer. There are some that are in the fall and then in the spring. I like them because it helps break up the heat. Because there's just some days it's just oppressively hot and humid, and so at least going in the evening, it cools that down. You don't have to worry about the sun beating down on you, and that part's really nice. The one thing that is included with those tickets is you get ice cream.
Ice cream!
Like you get Mickey ice cream sandwiches or Mickey bars or the fruit bars, and then you get Sprite, Coke, Diet Coke, or bottles of water. And popcorn. That's the other thing. I was like, there's one more thing.
Very salty Disney popcorn.
Very salty in the box. You're walking away with it. They just hand it to you and you walk away. Those are located in certain areas throughout the park. For me, I enjoy them because it's not as crowded. And if I'm going to spend the money on a ticket, personally, because the line's maybe 20 minutes at the most for, I think 35 was the most I saw at, Seven Dwarfs Mine at Magic Kingdom. But those events, you're essentially getting that fast pass included with it, plus your snacks and stuff, and it's worth it, but you have to eat before you get there. Restaurants close at 7 or 8 o'clock, some of them 9, but you have to know which ones those are.
There's
and then
always
there's
Sunny.
nothing.
We always have dinner with
true.
Sunny.
There's always Cosmic Starlight. But there's not a whole lot of options for you, and you have to go all the way to Tomorrowland to go get it. There's not a lot of options.
There's really not.
Eat ahead of time, unless you're just going to eat snacks, that just gets old after a while.
I mean, eat at your hotel.
Yes.
Eat at the park. Bring a sandwich. Bring an Uncrustable.
I would love to watch you bring a sandwich into the park.
Right? No, sir, this is my sandwich.
Only for the fact that this gentleman here does not carry a bag with him. So it's going to be in his cargo pocket.
It will be a cargo sandwich.
It'll be squished, because as soon as you get on that bus and they squish however many people onto that bus, that sandwich will be gone.
And it'd be a peanut butter and jelly, so it's literally bruised. It looks like a giant bruise is all that's left.
Squishy sandwiches are gross. Anyways, so that's my only recommendation with that. They're great and they're a lot of fun and I highly recommend them. But again, that type of situation, I would not do a park that day. I maybe do the water park or go to Disney Springs in the morning. Have fresh legs because you're there until midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning.
Are they still doing the water park on first day?
Currently, yes.
So there you go.
Part of
the water park.
Cool Kids Summer, you get the water park for free on the day you arrive.
Cool Kids Summer.
It's wrapping up. And you can go to Blizzard Beach or Typhoon Lagoon. You have choices this year.
What?
Anyways, yeah. So that's what I recommend with that. What about you? What's your favorite thing with those?
With the events?
Yeah, with the after hours ones.
The Mickey ice cream sandwich.
Yeah, that's always your go-to.
I indulge in quite a few at the time.
I'm aware.
It's 2 or 3 sandwich night, not counting the peanut butter and jelly Bruce sandwich.
What's bad is like when they first open it up and everyone's standing in the line waiting, like everything is like rock hard too, because
it is like a solid
frozen.
block of ice.
It's been deep frozen and you're just like gnawing on it, or you have to hold on to it and kind of thaw it out a little bit. But then when it gets to be like 11:30, 12 o'clock and they're passing them out, it's mush. Like you have to eat it immediately. It's just not as cold. Because again, they keep it open pretty much instead of keeping them closed to keep them, because people they just keep coming.
Yeah,
so
they just keep coming.
Anyways, that's our take on that. There's one other thing that we want to like get an opinion on, I should say.
A thought?
Yeah. So when you go to Castaway Cay or Lookout Point nowadays on Disney's private islands through Disney Cruise Ship, they give you your drinks, alcoholic ones or frozen ones, in these fantastic little, they look like yellow Solo cups, but they are tin. Oops, sorry. They help to keep your beverage cold and stay cold, which is fantastic. We've been having a discussion. Go ahead.
Even now. It is quite chilly.
It is quite cold. They're easy go cups. But the first time we got one, we're like, well, I paid $10 for this drink, so I'm definitely taking this cup home.
Oh, I know where this is going.
And we thought that maybe we weren't supposed to. Then the second time we went and we got more, because Eric's like, these cups are fantastic. I need these in my life. So now we have
a set of 4.
We have almost a whole set. We just took them with us, but I've seen them sitting around on the island. I've seen people bring them back and give them to people. We just take them with us. Nobody on the cruise ship has said anything to us as far as like when we go through security and they're like, I'm sorry.
Until now, they're like, ma'am,
yeah,
we saw your video.
Dang it.
I need the cups back.
Should have kept my mouth shut. But my question to you or anybody else that's traveled, do you also take the cups?
Do you also have a set of cups?
Tell us that your $4,000 cup doesn't stay on the island.
Fair.
That's what I'm calling that. I've spent enough money on this cruise. I am taking the freaking cup. Especially if I'm paying $10 for a pina colada. You better believe this cup is mine. This packs so much nicer than the Olaf or the Sven sipper cup. Again,
or the coconut or the bamboo.
Coconut. Yeah, the bamboo's not so bad. At least it's like more cylinder and it's long. Like it'll fit into your suitcase. But the other stuff, you're like shoving socks or underwear in it to try and like make sense of it in your
Don't
suitcase.
break Olaf.
Don't break Olaf.
You need to give me a warm hug.
Yeah, we were never prepared for that. So also, if you've never been, tell me how you feel about
How would you feel about stealing the cup?
I'm going to say we didn't steal it. I'm going to say we bought it, and that makes me feel better. But again, I'm looking for some feedback on other people's accounts, and if anybody else takes the cups.
I took the cups.
I know you took the cups.
She didn't take the cups.
Because I wasn't sure. Lulu took the cups, too. She's a klepto, though. Aren't you? Yep, see, she agreed. She did. Anyways, that's what we have for you guys today. Just a little bit of nonsense, but with the after hours events for sale right now and people asking all the time because it's starting to come up.
We've done several events.
We've done just about all of them. And
I meant events where we're talking to people.
That too. But also just 2 weeks as the first Not So Scary Halloween party happening on the 15th of August.
We'll be there.
So excited. Pain and Panic at your service.
We got this.
We got this. So, yeah. Hope everyone has a good day. Hope everyone's well. If you have any questions or need help planning something,
also
NotSoAverageVacations.com.
We got our branded shirts.
We got some swag shirts.
Got Casey on the sleeve.
What? Eric wanted to get hoodies, so we got hoodies. Mine has thumb holes, which I kind of love.
I don't have thumb holes.
No, but you don't like thumb holes.
It doesn't work.
No, it's sad for you.
I could do this. I can't. Anyway.
Good for you. On that note, everyone, hope you have a good day.
Thanks,
Bye.
everyone. Bye.